So Throne of Liberty are finally addressing what has been happening. We have a Tico talk. And there was a new exploit, by the way, of new CORDY branches just a couple days ago, and some mastery exploits. So hopefully they cover everything in this Tico talk. But let's see what Tico has to say. Let's jump into it.
I think this outfit gives me +3.
My man got a suit on, bro. Is he hosting the tournament? What's happening, bro?
There's just
looking
something
dapper.
I don't like about it. I just, I wish I could keep that charisma, but, change my outfit.
All right.
Okay.
There we go.
We don't get a full.
Look good to feel good.
Full.
What's up,
suit.
gamers? Welcome back to Tico Talks Throne and Liberty. My name's Tico, and I'm the Globalization Design Manager at Amazon Games for Throne and Liberty. Let's jump into today's topics.
Yeah.
Let's start with our current top
Exploits.
issue, addressing fair play in the game.
Yeah.
Our approach when these situations arise is as follows. First, we analyze the overall impact, considering both short and long-term effects.
All right.
Second, we weigh how quickly we can implement fixes against the risks of deploying minimally tested hotfixes. And finally, we determine appropriate actions against those who circumvented fair play, recognizing there's no one-size-fits-all solution. For Dimensional Trials, we had two situations to address.
Yeah.
First was players who abused positions where they could attack bosses without taking damage. These players unfairly received rune chests from clearing higher dimensional tiers.
Yeah.
If you didn't abuse this unintended gameplay, we'll be sending you 600 precious rune chests, and you will still be able to earn the chests through Dimensional Trial tier rewards as normal.
Big. Okay. AGS, let's go. Massive. I mean, I abused it. I'm not gonna lie, on the first boss. I don't care if I got the chest, but thank you for rewarding the ones that didn't cheat. That's a W right there.
Those who did abuse this unintended gameplay will receive a warning, be ineligible for end of season rewards, and have a permanent mark added to their accounts.
Let's go. Actually respect it. Let's go.
You may continue seeing these players on leaderboards temporarily while we work to remove them, but they will be removed before the season ends.
Nice.
The second issue involves some players receiving extra matchmaking boxes from Dimensional Trials unintentionally.
Yes.
This affected fewer than 100 players who receive only about 20 extra boxes per player on average, and no further actions are currently planned besides removing this bug from the game.
Okay.
Part-time botters are players who legitimately play, but also run macros or bots to supplement gains while AFK.
Ban.
This is a form of unsupported gameplay, and we're issuing 3-day temporary suspensions to those who have violated our terms of service.
Only 2 days?
These players will be ineligible for end-of-season rewards in both Dimensional Trials and Arena, with permanent marks added to their accounts.
Very good.
Taking action against players using third-party PvP cheats has extra complexity to ensure we avoid penalizing legitimate players. Our work on this front continues, but we are committed to identify and take disciplinary action against these players, which will range from warnings to permanent bans. Any further abuse related to Dimensional Trials, part-time botters, and PvP cheats will warrant an escalation of disciplinary action. Additionally, we will continue to refine our detection, which may lead to further disciplinary action against players who have previously or continue to abuse unintended gameplay.
This is good, but we need a little more information on what you guys have caught on so far, because just saying that you guys can improve on catching scripters and stuff is not enough, because you guys said this already many months ago, right? We need to know, have you guys caught scripters? What kind of scripts have they been using? How many players have you banned? That way we know that you guys are actually banning them and removing them from the game, even though it's going slowly. At least give us something, right? But at least it's good so far.
Finally, I want to acknowledge that we noticed a rare issue where 2 players from the EU region used a very extreme edge case to craft 9 arc boss weapons.
Only 2 from EU? 9 arc boss weapons?
Both users have been permanently banned. All items in question were removed.
Okay.
The issue was immediately fixed, and there was no impact to the in-game economy. Since taking action, we've reviewed all acquisitions of arc boss weapons and can confirm they were obtained legitimately.
But there was a new exploit a couple days ago where there was a 100% drop chance on the arc boss branches. We need a new Tico talk follow-up for that. Can we get that? Like there was a bunch of branches, a lot of people were farming them, prices were dropping. I mean, you probably made this video before that happened, but now we actually have a proper massive exploit. And 2 players, I mean, if AGS is saying it, I'll believe it, but 2 players only Sounds pretty interesting to me.
I want to also confirm that the increased number of Arc Boss weapons within the auction house is because the drops have been increased across the board due to the PvE instancing of these bosses during Peace Mode portals. We recognize that performance hasn't felt as steady since Talandre's release. We're actively working on improvements with small adjustments during each maintenance. Our current focus is on unexpected FPS drops and desync issues affecting combat. This will remain a priority for the next several months as we continue making iterative improvements, and
That's
I want
good.
to thank you for your patience. I want to touch on Tier 2 progression. We understand it is more demanding, and while most of our engaged players had sufficient materials to fully upgrade their gear, many players are struggling more than intended. To address that,
I mean,
next week,
I called this out at the start. I was saying new players are going to struggle. Like, people have been farming a bunch, blessing stacking, all the stuff. You gotta give them something, but let's see what they're going to do.
On Ion's Elysium, Godspeed will walk you through some exciting plans for weekly events throughout May to help fast-track your progression. These events will benefit all players in advancing their gear, while giving our hardcore players opportunities to work on second gear sets or unlocking gear sync slots. I do want to preview one event starting April 24th, the Loot Goblin Festival.
Loot
For an
Goblin
entire
Festival.
week, a 15-minute Loot Goblin event will start every 3 hours, where Loot Goblins will spawn by the hundreds.
Ooh.
They'll have enhanced rewards with things like Solent, Growth Stones, Crystals,
Big
Playful
juice.
Morph, Gear, Nebula Chests, and more. Trait Resonance arrives on May 1st with important player-friendly
Delayed?
changes. This
May
feature
1st, that's
adds
2
an
weeks,
extra
yeah?
trait to your gear with no leveling requirement, but unlocks differently.
All right, how?
You'll need to complete a piece's other traits first, and then unlock the additional trait slot using Trait Resonance Stones. When this feature was first introduced, the game was in a different place with fewer vertical progressions. To avoid overburdening players, we're implementing 2 significant changes.
Okay.
First, you can immediately select your preferred trait instead of relying on random rolls. Second, we're substantially reducing costs. Random roll costs are decreased from 4 to 3 stones, and basic trait selection costs are decreased from 80 to 20 stones. Do note that some
changes.
items like Arc Boss weapons will have higher costs. For our controller players, on May 1st, I'm happy to let you know that you will now be able to edit your HUD. And now, for our community question. With the recent release of the weapon die system, I want to know, which
All of them. I mean, why don't you just... I mean, I have some thoughts on this, of course. I really like the dimensional trial exploit stuff, that they're punishing players that use the exploit. And they're rewarding people that haven't used it. That's a massive W. Questions regarding cheats, I already covered it, but regarding the cheats and people using third-party programs, we need kind of a little bit more information regarding who. Have you guys banned anybody? What kind of cheats have you detected? Anything more than what you're saying? Because for a couple of months ago, you said you're working on it, you're trying to be careful with it, all the stuff, and we're getting the exact same answer now too. Third is the CORDY. Okay, you guys found the dupers. You're saying it's 2. I will believe it. You remove the weapons. Sure. What about the exploit that happened a couple of days ago where you could farm a mob at 100% chance to drop the CORDY branches? Did you guys remove the branches? Because there was a bunch in trading house. A lot of them got traded. What about that? Anything to that? What about the mastery compensation stuff? There's no mention about the mastery compensation, the problems with the masteries, all that stuff. So please address that. I know the video you recorded it beforehand, so we just want like more answers right to this. But yeah 3 days for ban for botting is crazy too, because I'm gonna be honest, I want to talk about the botting real quick. If you bot, right, you can get black anvil weapons. That's people bought for many things, but the big botting anvil bot is you bought on the anvil mobs, so you guys get these obsidian shards, so you can get the anvil weapons. If you're only giving 3-day ban, why not use it? Because these weapons, they take over 100 hours to farm or more, right? That's how hard it is. And in return, you only get a 3-day ban, the 3-day vacation. Like, how are you guys not going harder on botting? Botting is insane. Like, it's a huge problem. If they're botting there or they're botting somewhere else to get epic drops and stuff or whatever to sell in the Lucent trading house. A lot of these third-party websites that sell Lucent also use botting, right? So 3-day ban for botting is way too low. But it should be like if you get banned one time for body, you get 3 days, and then the second time you get perma ban, something like that, right? Because you're saying you're marking them, so hopefully it's a escalation in the punishment, and people that cheat or use hack a third-party website should get fully punished, because that's insanity if they're doing this. So please a little bit more information on that. But aside from that, good Tico talk. At least they're communicating. I've been asking for this. So overall, I would say it's a positive thing from Tico here. So thank you guys for at least communicating with us. But please answer the rest of the questions that we had. Yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Check out this video right here, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.